The countdown is on to reopen schools, and today local leaders in Missouri got to air their concerns to the governor.
Governor Mike Parson has pushed to get students back to the classroom, but he's leaving the plans up to each district. Some districts want him to do more.
Governor Parson greeted us at North Kansas City High School, but his meeting with local superintendents was closed to the media. These are photos from inside. 10 districts were represented. I did get to ask the governor what happened behind closed doors. What are the schools asking for?
Some of them would like more guidance from the state level. What does that guidance look like, and how do we get a uniformity guidance when you got so many different health departments, especially Kansas City region? And I think that's a very fair point and something that we probably need to do a little better job on.
Up to now, Governor Parson has left reopening plans up to each district. Some are returning to in-person classes, some will go virtual, and some are choosing a version of both. He says he's fine with that and supports holding off classes until after Labor Day if that's what's determined safest. Missouri is now a red zone state, considered a hot spot for the virus because of the rising number of cases right now. I asked him if that could affect his stance on reopening schools.
We got to figure out, can we proceed safely? And what is that trigger to one day we say, okay, we can't do any more of this. I mean, the risk is just way too high. And I don't think any of us know what that is yet. We're all concerned. Parents are concerned. Teachers are concerned. Administrators are. How we move forward with it. And there's so much unknown.
The governor says districts across the state are asking for more funding to pay for all the COVID-19 safety measures. One of Parson's biggest concerns right now is making sure low-income students are not left out of reopening plans when it comes to technology, transportation, or nutrition. Families in the Shawnee Mission School District have until next Wednesday to choose how their students will attend classes this fall. Students can be placed in online or in-person options. The in-person option will be either in the classroom, online, or a hybrid learning environment, depending on the number of COVID-19 cases in the community.
As parents make decisions about sending their kids back to school, how many kids are actually getting COVID-19? Investigative reporter Matt Fleener is digging deeper into statewide numbers and talking to an expert at Children's Mercy.
As parents, we absolutely want to know how to keep our kids safe during this pandemic. So let's break down some facts. After a few months of COVID-19 data, in Missouri, only one child under the age of 19 has died from COVID. In Kansas, none.
When they get infection, they have fewer symptoms and less often require hospitalization.
Dr. Angie Myers with Children's Mercy has analyzed months of data showing kids most often show mild symptoms from COVID.
The vast majority of our cases are diagnosed in the outpatient setting, so the urgent care, sometimes the emergency department, with typical symptoms, but mild symptoms that they don't need to be admitted to the hospital.
In Kansas, kids through 9 years old make up just 3% of the state's COVID cases. 10 to 17, it jumps a bit to 6%. Missouri's data doesn't break out younger kids, but more than 5,200 kids through 19 years old represent about 11% of the total cases in the state.
It would be really interesting to know exactly what that 0 to 19 age group looks like, because are those older teenagers more like the 20 to 24-year-olds, which is the highest group?
As for sending kids back to school, there's no one answer.
You have to make the decision that's right for your family. Nobody can make it for you.
Dr. Myers says to talk to your individual school officials. Matt Fleener, KMBC 9 News.
After we asked, Missouri state officials said they will start breaking down data by kids younger than 10 years old. So let's take a look now at the coronavirus cases in Missouri. The Show Me State is reporting more than 2,000 new cases, another daily record. The state says it has been dealing with a backlog of new tests. We'll get an update from Kansas tomorrow. This is a look at the percent of tests that are coming back positive over the past 7 days. It's one of the best ways to see how the virus is currently spreading. In Missouri, 10.8% of tests are coming back positive. In Kansas, 17% of tests are coming back positive.
More Americans are losing their jobs during the pandemic. Another 1.4 million Americans filed first-time jobless claims last week. This is the second week in a row initial jobless claims have gone up. According to the U.S. Department of Labor, 10,000 people filed for unemployment last week in Kansas. That's compared to 9,000 the week before. 14,000 people filed for unemployment in Missouri last week. That's up from 12,000 the week before.